So I've had a question about alignment in putting. Now, it's not as easy as just saying, well, you get your putter face lined up and go from it that way. Now, when we set up to a ball when we're putting, we're standing away from the ball. We're trying to line our putter face up 90 degrees to where our body is. So it can be quite difficult visually to do that. And with putting, 92% of the direction the ball starts is down to your putter face at impact, and it's 8% to your path. So it's really important that we can get our putter face back to square to where we want the ball to go at impact. So if we can get the putter lined up as close to where we want it to start at address, it can obviously help us immensely. Now, our vision will play a massive role in how we can set up to a putter. If we can see a straight line basically, and adjusting our body position will allow us to see a straight line. So I'll talk about that a little bit in a minute, but there's a couple of things that we're going to talk about whilst I'm down here. One is about your eye dominance. So I'm a right-handed golfer. My dominant eye is my right eye. Now, ideally, if your dominant eye is your left hand eye as a right-handed golfer, it makes it easier for you to look up and down the line. So you can test your eye dominance by simply you can look into a mirror, stare at your nose, lift your hands up, and when you lift your hands up, you're going to go to your dominant eye, so you can see my right eye. So that's how I know I'm a right eye dominant person. So how that affects us when we're lining up is that what you've got to realise is that if you're a dominant, your dominant eye is further away from our target, you've got to make sure you rotate your head like this. If your dominant eye is this one, you can almost just use your peripheral vision to look at it. But what I'll see most people do is that they'll line themselves up, look at their target, and they come up like this out of their posture. As soon as you do that, your putter face comes out of alignment. So first of all, once you get over your putt, learn to rotate your neck in this way. We've done some neck exercises last week, so that's why that's important as well, to keep that flexibility in your neck. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is how we perceive a straight line. So as I say, we're standing away from the line of the putt, trying to line up our face, which is away from us. Now, as humans, we've got a gap in between our eyes that will make it harder for us to get that visual. So the ideal way to line up is if you're shooting a shotgun and you look down the barrel like this and you can see up the line of it. So if you're having a practice stroke here, it's next to the ball, and then you move into it, it can be harder for you to line up. So either you could not have practice strokes, or you could have a practice stroke along the line of your putt, then put your ball down, and from behind you would look up the line of the putt and try and move into it and align your putter face that way, then move into the ball. Now, you'll see lots of players on the PGA Tour, European Tour, using a line on their ball. Now, that is because they can line that ball up to where they want it to go. Now, I've got a line on my mat here, so it's obviously easy for me to do that at the moment. But when I stand over this ball now, the position of my feet and my body, my ball position, where my iron line is in relation to the ball, that line looks straight to me. Now, if that line didn't look straight, I would be moving my body, moving my ball position, moving my eye line around until I felt like that looked straight to me. So that's a bit of an experimentation aspect of it, but it's important that when you're practicing, it doesn't have to be a line on the ball. You can use the logo or the manufacturer's name to line it up. But what you're doing is you're getting feedback to knowing that once you've lined that up to your target, you know that that is where you want the ball to aim, or you want the ball to start, and then you can stand over it. Now, if it looks wonky, then you can adjust your body around so it feels straight. And it's a great way of getting you the sensation of, right, I know that line is straight, and what I need to do is just trust myself to try and get that ball to roll over and over and over. So it is a training, there's a training aspects to it, and there's an understanding of what your vision is as well, and how you see a straight line, to getting the ball to start on a straight line and roll on a straight line, and actually aligning yourself up in the right way. Now, the reason you see putters with all these visual aids on them is to help with that alignment process as well. If you've got a putter with no alignment aids on it at all, then your visualization isn't correct, so your visualization helps you line up, and if you've got poor visualization, then you might not be able to line up as well as someone with excellent visualization. Then that can affect it as well. So it's knowing your personal circumstances will actually help you in lining yourself up as well. So it's a bit more complex than just trying to, you know, this is what to do and so on and so forth. You need to find out and discover more about yourself. But line on the ball is important. Trying to get that line to look straight is important as well. So as I say, give a couple of those a go. You can practice your short putting at home at the moment. You know, it's one of the things everyone can do. And I've put some stats on this email today about how important putting is from inside 15 foot. So yeah, as I say, give that a go, and yeah, let me know how you get on.